Podcast One.
The Naughty 640.
Oh, baby.
Singing. Good singing.
It was the creep at the end.
That was a little creepy. Now, this is our Naughty 640. It's something we're doing at 640, which is a little bit naughty. But I'm going to say first that this isn't naughty. This is a natural, beautiful, wonderful part of life.
Yes, I think so.
Maybe not appropriate for all little ears, perhaps, is where we're going. So I don't know if you guys, well, I know you boys remember, but recently we had a member of our team who was in their late 20s who said that they had never seen the movie Titanic. Of course, seeing the movie Titanic was our code for the big O.
Yeah.
The big finale.
Never reached the finale.
Yes,
Gotcha.
and we were all shocked and just our minds were blown. How could you get this far in your life without experiencing it? But the reality is that a lot more women than you think haven't actually seen the Titanic.
Oh, okay.
It's heartbreaking stuff. Heartbreaking. But we have got Dr. Nikki, who is it sexologist? Is that the official word?
Yeah.
What do we say?
Sexologist. I tack on relationship expert at the end because I
Lovely.
don't always
Yeah,
just
good.
talk about sex.
Yes. Well, you are here to help us kind of break down some barriers and have a chat about this, and we're very grateful for you to come and talk about sex at 6:40 in the morning.
You mean the Titanic?
Yes, seeing the
Sinking
Titanic.
iceberg.
So, are there statistics out there around percentages of women who are in this boat?
There's a lot of sex stats, but I don't believe most of them because I wasn't asked.
Yeah.
You know, like it's always a sample size of
True,
1,000
innit?
people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Who are these people?
you know, but this is really common, and I get asked this all the time. And I think the biggest thing is we need to lift the shame and
Yeah.
go, you know what? It's actually really normal. It's just a matter of we're not educated about our bodies.
Yeah.
We're not taught this information. So how do we expect women to get it right all the time?
Absolutely.
Okay. So it's possible for most, or sometimes is your body getting in the way, or is your brain getting in the way?
I would say it's possible for most. It's very rare that there is something going on that means that you can't have an orgasm. So I think that's some information to put people at ease to go, it's just a matter of working out how you do. And this is what we call pre-orgasmic, which is women that have never experienced that before, but it doesn't mean that they can't.
Great. Now, if someone is listening, maybe them or their partner is in this boat and they're like, it's me, Nikki, help! What can people do? What's a great place to start?
Well, the first step is trying to relax. And I know that's easier said than done because you get worked up in your head, and the longer it goes on, the more you're thinking, is there something wrong with
Yeah.
me? Is there something going on? Am I unusual? So it's finding ways, whether it's breathing, sometimes listening to music, trying to numb your mind a little bit because once you get stressed and you get anxious about it, it shuts everything off.
Absolutely.
And you kind of think you're close and you go, oh, but can I, but can't I? So that's number one, right? Number two for women is discover the clitoris. So everybody thinks we have to have this orgasm like Titanic, that it's, you know, during penetration and we both do it together. And that's really not what always happens. So 80% of women achieve an orgasm through clitoral stimulation.
Yeah.
So you need to let go of that
and it's
penetration dream.
And it is about knowing your own body, because I think a lot of women don't even bother knowing their body. And it is, no man says that. No man's like, I don't know where my bits are. Every man knows where his bits are. But for women, it can be a little, you know.
Well, what we're talking about is technically hidden. We can't see it. You guys, when you pee, you know, you're holding it, you're touching it, you're used to it.
Yeah.
For us, it's a lot about what we can't see that we're exploring.
Okay,
So
so that's number two.
that's number two.
What's number three?
Number three.
Keeping in
is
mind there may be children in cars.
don't be afraid of adult toys.
Gotcha. Yes.
Right?
Everyone loves toys.
I have something with me today, actually, because we are
Great.
going to do a giveaway afterwards.
Yes.
Because I feel like people go, this is the last resort.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be seen as a last resort because if you are in that 80%, then you might want to experience something that you can use with a partner.
Yeah. And a
there
lot
are
of
lots
women
products
think
out
that
there.
their partners will be offended or hurt if they want to introduce something. But
And
I
some
think
will
that's
be.
not the point. Like a lot of, some people will, but a lot of people will be very open to it. Like, let's have
fantastic.
some fun.
You got to
for
have
sure.
the conversation. Don't just bring something home and say, hey, look, this is what we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
Actually say, hey, I heard this on the radio and maybe
Nikki,
we should explore it.
As a guy, how can I help? Like, is there something I can do to affect the mood? Like, obviously, I like a little bit of vanilla ice and a smoke machine in the bedroom, but
Well, if that's what does it for your partner, I mean, this is where communication comes into it.
Yeah.
And you actually need to say, hey, honey, how can I help you? How do you
That's good.
experience the
That's
big O, or
good.
what
How
turns
can
you
I
on?
help you? That's
How
good.
can I help you? And if they don't know, then encourage them to find out by their own hand first. That's always very
There's
useful.
no shame in that.
No,
and I
you
think
can't get
women,
pregnant.
women. It's like as a woman myself, and I know I grew up in church, but when we're kind of never. We don't grow up being told that is an okay thing. Guys
no,
do it all the time, but it's weird if a girl does it. And it's absolutely not weird. It's normal and beautiful, and our bodies are so intricate and fantastic, and we should be celebrating it on our own with other people
I call it
whenever.
the princess syndrome. You know, boys are kind of encouraged and nearly tolerated.
Yeah.
And it's all made a bit of joke of when they're going through teenage years. But when do we actually say to women, hey, this is okay and this is something you should do
Absolutely
to
right.
explore your body and also own your sexuality?
And you've given us some great tips today, Nikki. We love you. We appreciate you. We hope people listening have taken some notes. Good on you, mate.
Thanks.
Thanks,
And
Dr. Nikki.
And if you want to pick up the toys that Dr. Nikki spoke about, follow us on Instagram. We're at 2DayFM Breakfast. Okay, you can pick them up there, and that might be all you need. And if people have got any more questions, need any more info, where can they find you?
drnikki.com.au.